All right, what's up, guys? I'm back. I know I broke my promise. I said I was trying to do one video every week. I think I missed like 2 weeks, so I apologize, but I'm back. All right, guys. I can tell you now, my world is just crazy with school full time, work full time, kids. It's nonstop. So right now I have my little model. He's sleepy. I have my little model, Man. He's here to help me. I actually had somebody else to, I was going to have somebody else for the video to help me with this because I wanted to walk you guys through what is it that a personal trainer look at when you first come on board, when you are going through that consultation process. So, or you can just say coming on board. All right. So, you already know through this onboarding process that you're completing the questionnaire. That questionnaire is giving the personal trainer a lot of information, is telling your pattern so that we can kind of see what's the best time for you to go to the gym. It's telling us your food behavior so that we can see what is it you eat, what kind of food you eat, what times you eat. All of those things are extremely important when it comes to reaching your fitness goal. Now, one of the things I like to do, especially since I work virtual, a majority of my clients are virtual. It's online. It's people that I will probably never meet face to face. It's always through social media and through other platforms. So one of the first things I tell my clients is send me a shirtless pic. I want to see what you look like because I want to be able to see the body. I want to be able to see your body. Now, guys, with this, it's helping the personal trainer to really connect the dots, to really picture what it is that you're saying. And I'm going to give you an example. A lot of people, the number one thing that a lot of people say when they are trying to get a personal trainer is, I want to lose my stomach. And we automatically say that. And when it comes to other things like, arms or legs, it makes a little bit more sense where it's easy to say, okay, I know what to do, but not when it comes to the stomach. The stomach is the most flexible muscle on the body. So your fat can come out like this. Your fat can form as that pot belly. Your fat can form where it's going with the obliques, where it's going down. Your fat can come from the back where it's affecting the lower back. So when you say, I want to lose my stomach, what do you mean by that? I need to picture what is it that you actually mean by, I want to lose my stomach. And so, because every approach is going to be different. The exercise I give you for the pot belly is going to be different than the obliques because these are you're targeting different angles of the stomach. So, not only do I need to hear what it is that you want, I need to see it. I need to be able to visualize what it is that you want so that I can create a plan that is going to be the most effective. Because honestly, when a personal trainer give you a plan, they are putting their name on that, and nobody want to hear, oh, I went to this trainer and, I trained with him for weeks and I didn't get any results. Of course, but no personal trainer want that name. And so we want to make sure that we got enough information as possible. That questionnaire, all of the paperwork you fill out is going to give us the history, what you're like, what your patterns, all of your behaviors. But the shirtless, being able to actually see you is going to bring everything together because now you can visualize it. All right, so I know, and I actually started this because of one of the, this baby's so sleepy. I actually started this because one of my friends I was talking to this week, he was telling me that he just got a trainer and he was saying that every time that he goes to the gym, the only thing that the trainer targeted is his arms. It seemed like every day is an arm workout. And the advice I gave him is, I'm not saying that the trainer is a bad trainer, but what I was telling him is you have to be aggressive in this approach. These are your goals. You're the one that's trying to reach this goal. So you really need to be aggressive in the process. It's just like your kids going to school. You don't put all of that on the teacher and say, okay, well, the teacher is there, the teacher is teaching him, so he's good. I'm just going to automatically assume because he has a teacher, he's going to make it to college, that he's going to be able to graduate every grade because he has a teacher. No, you have to take an aggressive approach when it comes to your kids' grades. Is when they get home, pull out that backpack. Let me see how much homework you got. Let me walk you through this. Even when my kids say, you know what, my homework is done. Good, let me see it. Let me check it. I want to make sure everything is right. And even if everything is right, I'm still coming up with a problem. Explain to me how you got 5 times 5. Explain to me, how you got 2 plus 2. You know what? You did a really good job on this, but spell dog for me. Spell cat. Spell bus. It's that I want to make sure that my kids know that I'm invested in this. I'm invested to the point that I'm going to make sure that you reach that goal whether you want to or not. So you have to be the same way in your fitness goals, that even if you have a trainer, even if you have a nutritionist, you need to be aggressive to the point that you're going to make sure that you're going to reach your goal, and you're not putting that responsibility on anybody. But I'm taking accountability for my goals, for me reaching my goals throughout this entire process. So as a trainer, let me go ahead and sum this video up because he's sleepy. I'm looking at the body. The arms is one of the easiest things in the world. You can get good arms in a month's time. The only thing good arms take is a good workout. If you know what workouts to do, you can get the definition in your biceps and the triceps in month's time. When it comes to the chest, the one thing why, especially with my guys, I always say, send me a shirtless pic because I want to see where your chest is now. If you have a flat chest, then great. I can immediately get you into doing bench press, which is working the middle, incline, which is working the upper, decline, which is working the lower, and then pec flies, which is working the sides. And then of course we can do an inner grip, which is working that middle. So that's easy. But imagine if your chest came out. Imagine if it was, what most people will say is titties. Normally you get that when your body has high estrogen and males have testosterone. So if males have high estrogen in their body, normally their chest will form as titties. So the one thing that I would recommend to my clients is get on an estrogen blocker. Of course, you want to make sure that you contact your doctor before taking any type of supplement. But that would be the one thing that I recommend because that's a sign that it's a possibility you have high estrogen in your body. So that's going to be the first thing. Let's stop this from growing. Before we lift weights and push it out even more, let's stop this from growing. So get on an estrogen blocker. The next thing is the stomach. Like I said, the stomach is the most flexible muscle that I want to be able to see it. I want to be able to see what is it that you're really trying to do with the stomach. And with the stomach, that's when it comes a proper diet. You have to have a proper diet in order to do anything with your stomach. If you want to lose the weight, if you want to get that six pack, you need a proper diet because the first thing we want to do is we want to lose the outer part, which is the fat, because the muscle is in the inside. So if I put you on a routine where I'm strengthening your abdominal muscles, guess what? The abdominal muscles is being strengthened from the inside because the fat is overlapping that. So I may tell you for the first month, all I want you to do is cardio. I don't want you to do any abdominal. I want you to do cardio to try to lose some of this fat. And then as we lose the fat, that's when I'm going to put you on the abdominal workouts so that now you can build this muscle. Because if I start you on abdominal workouts where you're strengthening that muscle, guess what's going to happen when that muscle grow? When that muscle grow, it's going to push out. And when it push out, it's going to push the fat out. And so now it's going to appear as if your stomach is bigger when in reality it's not. It's just that muscle underneath the fat is growing. And so a lot of people will get discouraged at that. They will say, oh my gosh, I'm with a trainer. My stomach is getting bigger. I'm doing everything he's telling me to do. I'm eating right. Why is it that my stomach is getting bigger? Well, technically, it's not getting bigger. You're not gaining fat. They're strengthening that muscle, which is making that muscle bigger, and it's growing underneath the fat, which is pushing everything that's on top of it. So now it's going to push out even more. And so these are the things that we look at. It's like, I don't want to discourage my client. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to have him to lose this fat first, and then I'm going to strengthen the muscle. So I will come up with a workout plan that is going to strengthen the arms, strengthen the chest. I'm just going to tell you to do cardio. I'm probably not going to do any abdominal workouts. I'm going to strengthen the legs and everything. And then as soon as you lose some of this fat, that's when I'm going to incorporate the abdominal muscles. So now you're satisfied with the results and you're not getting discouraged. So guys, these are all the things that go through our mind as a personal trainer is what plan can I come up with effectively that you guys will see results immediately, but at the same time not get discouraged. So if you're working with a personal trainer virtually, don't get offended if they say, I need a shirtless pic. I need to see what it is that you look like. Even if they say a pic with a tank top or something like that. But I'm telling you now, if you tell me that I want to work on my stomach, I need a shirtless pic because I need to see what the stomach look like. And it's just like with the chest. If you want to work with your chest, I need to see where it's starting, guys. Is your chest flat? Is your chest out? Do you have muscles in your chest or do you have fat in your chest? Because each one of those things, I'm going to attack it from a different way. Like I said, if you had a flat chest, I'm going to automatically say, okay, good. I can start you on bench press and all of this other stuff. If you had fat in here that you're trying to get removed, I'm not going to start you on bench press because as soon as your muscle gets strengthened and it pushes it out, most people will get discouraged and say, okay, I'm getting bigger. What is my trainer really doing for me? My thing is I'm going to remove the fat first so that when you start lifting weights, you can see it fully develop and then you will stay encouraged and you will stay invested in this thing. All right, guys, hopefully this information was informative. If you are working with a trainer, continue to work with your trainer and be aggressive. Be aggressive in this process. Let him know that you are fully invested and you really want to reach your goals. You need to, hey man, what is the plan? I've been doing everything you told me to do. What's the next step? You really have to be invested in this process throughout the entire thing from beginning to end. Even if you're just using a personal trainer for the knowledge, and then once you get that knowledge, you cut him loose. Even then, you still need to stay invested. You need to go with an aggressive approach where you are taking accountability and saying that this is my goal and I'm not going to put that responsibility on nobody else but myself. All right, guys, you know how to reach me. You can reach me on Instagram, which is Rashad King 2017, Facebook, which is Rashad King, but you already know.